pure. We're gonna use that quick curing compound in that. So I don't like using that for larger patches just because I get curing cracks with it, but to try to keep them moving. But I am gonna have a change order. Obviously, this is gonna be a bit of a cost overrun because this should be a 4-hour job and it's gonna turn into a 3-day job. So it's part of the reason we're doing that work because the repairs get more and more costly. I don't want to have to repair the whole slab. Thankfully, it's the approach slab and it's not the ends of the beams or the bridge itself, because you can't have that happen where the edges of the beams of the bridge itself actually are damaged, and then you're in a position where you have to replace the whole superstructure. So a $300 or a $4,000 cleaning and joint repair is probably going to turn into a $15,000 patch, but thankfully it didn't turn into a $300,000 superstructure repair. So it just how that starts to stagger and why we're doing that sort of maintenance and why I've been pretty aggressive about putting that program in place for us. And depending on how this works, we may want to expand that. I know Brad and I've talked about different things that we could potentially do. We haven't come up with a solution. I wanted to use contractors to get the basis in place and show the benefit of what we're trying to do here. So obviously keeping the roads clear and keeping these joints cleaned out is critical for their maintenance. That's what we're doing. And for everybody that's impacted by this one or these other joint repairs, that's why we're doing those projects. And hopefully, I'm just sorry.
So initially, they found this, the bridge inspection found this, and then when you inspected it, you found the additional
Yeah, well,
damage and.
the bridge inspection identified the joint needed to be repaired. We had put together a set of plans to repair the joint. We weren't aware when we started that joint repair how bad that crack had actually been. If it was just a superficial one or not. It turned out when we started to clean that out, or actually got them to clean it out and prep this, that we found out how bad that was delaminated. So it was necessary work. It just wasn't in the original scope.
Yeah,
So, but
very good.
But that's what I've got for you today. Just kind of a little lesson in what we're doing and why we're doing it. So,
Appreciate that.
Thanks,
Always
Nate.
use all the help I can get when I'm trying to understand
Thanks,
this stuff,
thank you.
so.
Pictures
Thanks,
are
Nate.
good.
Pictures are always good.
Okay.
Brad, come on up.
Morning, Brad.
Good morning, gentlemen. The first item I have for you gentlemen today, I have 2 permits, and both of these are for existing utilities just to run services up to a house. They are 2 different companies, so we'll do them both separate. The first one is for NIPSCO, 11822 North, 350 West. They are just going to install a 1-inch plastic gas service line. And I went out and
Is
looked.
that right up there by the sewer?
Yes, Yes.
Did that have anything to do with the sewer?
no, this is a totally separate.
Okay.
Move we approve?
Second.
Motion by Doug, seconded by Stan. Motion passes. You have another one for us?
The other one is for J County REMC on County Road 300 South between 500 East and 650 East, and they are supplying electrical service just for the one address on here.
See no problem with that either, Stan.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Motion passes. Motion by Stan, seconded by Doug.
I'll make copies of it and give it to you.
Okay.
So while you gentlemen are signing that stuff, just a couple updates until we get to the other items. The last day for buggy plates, as a reminder, is May 15th, and also that's the last day for dust control. And just another 000 from 218 to 900 South and 700 South from 000 to 27. They're paved and they've been edge stoned. So we'll still have a little bit of touch up on a couple of the drives because how steep it slopes off. But we will take care of that.
And you're gonna stripe that if I remember correctly.
Correct, and I am not sure of the schedule, but yes, that is going to be, 000 is going to be striped for sure,
Good,
yes.
good deal.
What's your, you have an estimate of how many buggy plates we've sold so far?
We just were talking about that this morning, and we are about 1,800. Yeah,
So still got at least 1,000 to go.
yeah, roughly. roughly 1,000, yes. The next item I have is we received our monthly draw. For the month of April, the MVH, $317,909.31. $317,909.31. And on the backside, the local road and street draw, $46,918.10. $46,918.10.
At least they're up.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yes.
Move we approve both MVH, local road and street.
Motion by Doug, seconded by Stan. That report's accepted.
One of the other things I wanted to ask you gentlemen, just to make sure it was all right, the 4-H grounds obviously is right across from us. We had somebody, and that works with the 4-H, ask us if we'd be willing to haul a couple, 1 or 2 loads of stone so they can fill some areas in. They do have their own account, so all it is we go out and get it, haul it, dump it, they take care of it. So I just wanted to make sure you got your guys' permission just to do that.
I
Makes sense
basically
to me.
don't have a problem
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah, sounds good. Appreciate you doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always try and work with them, and they have big events because they got one coming up the end of May. And it's on the weekend. They're more than welcome to use our parking lot for trailers and, that kind of stuff. So we always try and work with them.
Thank you.
Well, and even the help you gave them on that new parking lot a couple
Yeah.
of years ago.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's been such a blessing to them.
That has
I'm
made
sure.
that has made a
Wow.
big difference. That is
Yeah,
very
that's-
nice.
That's nice. So nice.
Saves a lot of repair work.
Yeah. So the last thing I have for you gentlemen, Paul had brought up about the using the Purple Wave auction to auction excess equipment. So Tony was gracious enough, or somebody in his office, the auditor's office was gracious enough. We do have titles
Okay.
that will need signed. And, thought this would probably be a good time to do it. And I was wondering if they needed to like make a motion where Steve can sign all of them and represent the commissioners.
So moved.
That'd be best.
I think that's how we've done it in the past.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah, second.
So
Brad,
obviously,
yesterday I had a call from a township trustee in Ohio, Wilshire area.
Mhm.
And, if he called you, I'm the one that gave you your number to him.
Randy Esley.
Right.
Yep. I've spoken to Randy before.
Okay.
About different items, so.
Okay, so I don't know what it was concerning, but, I just wanted you to know where you got the number from.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of those interesting areas over there where we take care of a mile, they take care of 2 miles, and we take care of 2 miles. It's an interesting situation. Someday I would like to approach some of their officials over there once I figure out who to talk to and see if we can't even it out. Make it so we each have this amount and all connected.
Right.
Well, that's something that you're gonna have to work out with them.
And I know the way, how they do it over there is it's a different way of.
Well, they do it by townships, don't they?
And then the townships, and then you
And
have,
that's why it's split up like that.
yes, and then you have the commissioners that oversee all that, but then you also have a county engineer that kind of oversees the whole county, and so I need to do some research and ask about that. So other than that, that's all I have. We're normal patching holes. We're done with pretty well with stone roads. If we get some moisture, we might go grade. Preparing for mowing season, preparing for chip and seal season, our normal preparations for this time of year.
Now,
So,
when you go 410s,
that was another thing I didn't know if I'd bring up today, but since you brought it up, we would like to, the last day for buggy plates is the 15th, so that following Monday would be the 18th. And like to ask your gentleman again for your permission that we'd be allowed to go to 4 10-hour days. And kind of to reiterate our thinking, and they've done it for years before us, is on a 10-hour day, you've still got that prep in the morning, get everybody going, and at the end of the day, getting them back in, filling the fuel. But by 10-hour days, that also leaves us roughly an 8-hour workday that we can get chip and seal worked on.
I think it's worked out well in the past, and if you wanna save an item on your things to remember, I have
If
no
you guys
problem
are right
approving
with it,
that
I
today.
mean,
Yeah,
Steve,
no, I'm fine with that. As
I mean,
as
to
you and I
me-
have talked, my concern is always shutting the office down.
Yes.
And the perception that we are not available, open for business on Fridays when
Yeah.
you go to that. So you've told me you think you've got that under control, so I'm okay with that, but that's always my concern.
Yes, and just to go along with that, I spoke with Nate. Nate's usually there on Fridays and he will answer the phone.
Okay.
And people been very good. They realize we go to 4 10-hour days. And so basically, and Nate has even said that after the first week on Friday, nobody comes to the door. They realize that we are there Monday through Thursday.
Can we get a motion and a vote?
Stan, do you have a comment? Do you want me to comment?
No, I think that's always been very efficient for you during the summertime to have that extra time.
I move we permit the highway superintendent to start the
Yeah.
4-day, 4-10s on the date mentioned.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion passes.
Thank you. And that's all I got.
Doesn't it run through September then?
Oh, what's that holiday?
Usually Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Or actually, no, it wasn't Labor Day. It's Columbus Day.
Yeah.
We're on holiday.
Thank you. That's all I
Very good.
got, unless you guys have some questions.
Thanks, Brad.
Okay, thank you.
Rick? You're in the hot seat. Morning.
Hi, I just give you a couple of updates. Last week, we did a sprinkler test at Circuit Court. It passed. The new security doors that Judge Conrad wanted are installed.
Good, good deal.
I had to purchase the elevator permits. We got that done. Glenda helped me out with that. Those are done for both buildings. There's been a lot of other things going on, but I don't think we needed to bring them up right now. Any questions for me?
One of the items that you and I talked about was the work that we had authorized you to move forward with as far as the electrical work to connect the clerk's office to the generator.
Right.
And with kind of our consideration of potentially changing around ultimately that courthouse, making some changes to it. I guess I wanted to maybe have the commissioners have a discussion about whether we wanted to go forward with that or whether we wanted to put that on hold pending a decision as far as where ultimately what we're gonna do with the courthouse. My guess is that would be if we would move Circuit Court into, or Superior Court into that first floor, that work would probably be wasted.
I mean, that's correct.
I think it'd be a good idea just to hold off
Just sit
until
on
we
it
make a
until we make a
decision
decision.
location.
Stan, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, that'd be the only thing if it's wasted or, if by adding additional circuits to that, whether that would, I mean, I'm not an electrician, so I don't know if that would be redundant or not. I suppose if it's redundant, we still will probably have, even if this plan moves forward at lightning speed, we'd still probably have 2 years of the clerk, whatever, we would have some time. And, so if they're manageable the way it is, probably better hold off.
Yeah, I would say just put a hold on that until we make kind of a decision here.
Yeah,
If it's not too late, and I know we gave you the
No,
go
it's-
ahead a couple of weeks ago.
There wasn't anything gonna be done, until after this primary anyway.
Oh,
so-
yeah.
yeah,
Good deal.
cause she's got elections this year and then next year's municipal elections
Yeah.
too, so.
Yeah. Then we got the one in November, but.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything
Anything else, guys, for
We're
Rick?
good. I'm
Okay.
good. Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Rick.
Yep, thank you.
Michelle and Leah, come on up.
All right,
Good morning.
Good morning.
good morning. All right. We're still putting up with you?
Thank you.
Fortunately, yeah. Haven't scared her off yet. Just a little bit of an update, how the first quarter went, for us in a comparison to public transportation 2025 to now. And we're seeing, large increases overall. You can notice our trips are up 45%. Fares are up 30%, ridership 9%. We are really busy, so that's a good thing. I'm always looking for additional drivers because I do have drivers working double shifts. That's how full we are, so it's just been a huge blessing to Adams County, to open this up and be able to take anybody.
I forget now, your drivers do or do not need a CDL?
They do not, they
They
just
do.
need a for hire endorsement
Okay.
on their license.
Okay, and that's fairly easily obtained?
It is, it's not, it's just an exam.
Sure.
They do have to pass a DOT physical,
Right.
drug screen, be in the drug pool and all that,
Okay.
and do a lot of training, but yeah, as far as the licensing goes, it's just a for hire.
Yeah, I noticed your well-being has almost doubled.
Right.
Could you, what's well-being?
Absolutely, so
Yeah.
that could be someone, picking up a daughter and going and visiting her mom. More specifically, the Amish population does a lot of the well-being. A well-being trip would also be to go get your hair done, things like that, like going to, what is the one on the corner of Madison? Right there by the plaza. We take two guys there every Friday. Is it the Moose? No, not the Moose.
The Legion?
The Legion, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be considered a well-being. We take a couple guys there on Fridays
Oh, cool.
afternoons, so it really opens up to anything. One thing that's really been a blessing as well is I partnered with Ian from Community Corrections, and they were able to acquire $1,000 worth of vouchers from us. And they are getting you, like, they're already $100 in with people utilizing them. So there's absolutely no excuse to not get to their appointments because they have vouchers and the
Wow.
rides are free then.
Yeah.
So that's been a huge perk. I wish we could distribute more vouchers all around.
Well, and I think you've also worked with the Hope Clinic too, as far as
Yes,
them
they
purchasing.
have purchased some as well,
Right.
so that the moms can and the babies can get to the appointments. So
Yeah.
yeah, the more that they get out there, the more utilized we are.
I certainly appreciate the well-being part, but just kind of thinking ahead. Is there, I mean, what if that number would double in the next quarter?
That'd be amazing.
That'd be amazing, but would we have enough time and drivers and everything to take care of that? I mean,
Well-
on visitations and,
That's a good question. So I had to report, and I'll submit that here in a minute, to NDOT how many trips we weren't able to give, and it was 12 last quarter.
that's good. I mean, if you
Yeah.
could do it
If
and
we
and
can do it, we
the budget
absolutely do.
meets, but I could just see that number
Just going on.
exploding, yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, if
So
we can handle it, if you can handle it, I guess what I'm saying.
we can handle it.
Okay,
So, I'm applying for a replacement van and then, a replacement transit, so we'll have an extra van as well
Okay.
in our fleet.
I'm not being negative at all.
Absolutely, no, I'm ready. I'm so thrilled at the growth of the program. Just in the 2.5 years we've been able to expand, so, no, absolutely, we serve as many people as we can.
Right.
So, you can definitely tell that with the numbers. It may slow down just a little bit over the summer because we do take quite a few Amish to and from school, teachers and students, so, that the employment will probably drop a little bit, but it's been a really good, successful program, helping a lot of people. So there's that. The other part, I know Tony and I worked together and I met with the State Board of Accounts. And they would like me to present you guys with my quarterly claim that I submit to NDOT, which has a breakdown of all of the expenses for the quarter. So I do have that. And I can give that. What it pretty well goes through is, I only made one copy, but it's a lot of numbers, but it just goes through every single category you can imagine and categorizes them. And I have a budget, and then also the trip and miles and things are in there. So if we can make a motion to do we need a motion for that to accept that?
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, State Board of Accounts, their point was that we are the pass-through.
entity.
And so we need to be a little more knowledgeable on what the grant is, the actual operation of the grant than we have been in the past. So that's the purpose for this.
Yep, and they said that would satisfy, and I have, I mean, all of this is the data that goes into that paperwork, so. And you guys can have access to that as well if you would want it, but I do have a few other things that I do need some signatures on that are for the 2027 grant that I'm currently doing. So the first one is the certifications and assurances, and you guys, this will be our fourth time signing these. But I need a signature from Tony and Mark.
Does that have to be Mark or can it be representation, legal representation?
I typed in Mark's name, so
Okay.
I will,
Then it does.
yes, so
And I'll see him today at 12:30. I
that would
can
be wonderful.
get that signed and
Yeah.
then get it over to you.
So I'm not sure, Clayton, do we need a motion to accept those, or they can just be part of the meeting record?
It just needs to be part of the meeting record.
Okay, perfect. And then,
We need a motion to accept that,
oh, my quarterly
yeah, the
claim.
quarterly
I-
report.
One prior.
Stan, you're okay with that?
Once
motion?
you
Yeah,
guys are
I
comfortable
would
with it.
certainly make that motion. yeah.
Okay, I have a second. Stan.
Motion by Stan, seconded by Doug to accept your quarterly, what you call it,
Quarterly claim.
quarterly claim.
Yep.
Okay.
Wonderful. The second one is I need an authorizing resolution stating our partnership. I wasn't sure what number you guys are on.
Let me look.
Have Clayton had a look at this? We typically wouldn't do this without Clayton, without an attorney looking it over.
Oh, sure.
I'll sign it and then you can look at it.
We-
I've got to get a resolution
Introduce it.
number.
See if he has a problem with it. Tell me how much time you want with it, Clayton. If you want to kick that to the next meeting, we can do that. And
It's just that,
It's pretty simple.
so the Adams County Commissioners are the pass-through agency that passes funds to us from NDOT.
I see, okay.
Yeah.
This is just part of what state board
Asks, yeah.
criminal control and all that stuff.
While he's looking at that, the next one is local financial certifications and capital use. It's just pretty well stating that any portion of local or funding sources that have been committed, that have been committed and not utilized will be placed in a reserve account. So I will definitely utilize all my resources, so that's not gonna be anything left, but I need Tony's signature on that.
Resolution number 4.
Okay,
Have you already submitted claims for support from the commissioners? Or
I will next month. so-
next month, okay.
Yep.
That's the resolution.
This is fine.
Okay.
You want to write number 4? You want me to write it?
Yeah, will you please?
I'm the only one that signed that one, right?
Right.
We need an action list. Just
Yeah, you
let me
need a
get it.
motion to approve that.
This would be resolution number 4, authorizing the filing of calendar year 2026 application for grant for the Federal Transit Act as amended, and this resolution has been reviewed by our attorney,
So
so.
we don't need to go, we can adopt it as is. We don't have to go through the process of.
We vote unanimously, we can adopt it on first reading, right?
First reading.
It's just
Yep.
a resolution.
It's just a resolution also, it's not an ordinance.
Okay, resolution. Okay, I move we adopt.
Okay, motion passes.
Thank you.
You guys can take a look
I'll
at
handle
that if
this
you
one in a
want.
second.
This one is a certification of use of project equipment and facilities. It's just saying that when I receive NDOT vehicles funding, that I just use them for the public transportation program.
And that's your certifying to us, so we don't
Yes.
need to take any action on
No.
that.
You want to look at this one at all or?
Okay.
Only 2 more.
Jeez.
Hey,
It
board
is a
really
lot of
requires
signing.
more work on you.
This is a special warranty arrangement. It says the Adams County Commissioners agree to make use of the special warranty developed for exclusive application to our program. just that we are both bound by the terms that we will use the NDOT vehicles and the money at how we are supposed to.
We need action on that, Clayton.
I wanna look at that
Yeah,
one.
it feels to me like we might, yeah.
Absolutely. And then this is the large pass-through agreement. It's the same that we've signed the last 4 years. I'll leave this with you guys to look at. I just
Yeah, we'll let
finished
him
it
look
this
that over
morning.
and,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll take a look at that next
Yeah.
week.
I just need signatures from Steve and Tony and Mark then.
We'll table that until next week since
Sure.
it's so lengthy and we'll have
Which one are
like
we doing?
review that. This is the pass-through agreement, the actual agreement as far as how we work. So we'll get that to Clayton. I can look that over and we can bring that back next week.
Can we bring this one back as well next week? Is that acceptable?
Absolutely. Yep, I have till May 15th, so I just
Okay.
finished typing stuff up this morning, so I thought since I was gonna see you guys, I would bring it in person.
Wait, are we playing golf next week or are we working next
No.
week? Sorry, just inside joke.
You're all right. Well, that's it for my end. I was gonna let Leah fill you in on a couple of the things. Doug, you got a question?
I was just gonna make sure you don't forget your,
Oh, thank you.
go ahead, Leah.
Alrighty, I just have some updates
Uh,
on our
those
courtyard
aren't yours.
fundraiser.
Oh, they aren't?
You want
Where's
me to
that,
give
where's
those to
that
Brad?
one we was looking at?
I set it up here and she grabbed it.
Oh, sorry. Did
Okay.
you guys need
got
this
it.
one too?
Yeah, no, this is
That's
separate,
Okay.
separate paper. Those are for Mark Wynn.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Leah.
Alrighty, so our courtyard fundraiser that we're doing, we've officially made it halfway. We're at about $47,500. We have around 70 donors. We are working on receiving more grant money. We applied for 50,000 from Lilly money through Adams County Community Foundation. We applied for 15,000 through O'Reilly's Community Foundation. We received 2,000 from Sparks Good, and we're applying for more grant money through Winswell for our handicap doors for the courtyard. Our Night in Tuscany fundraising event was a success. We sold out, 160 people came.
It was fun.
2 of you were here, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We raised about $6,600 that night, so that was awesome. Coming up in June, we're partnering with Imbibe of Burn to put on a senior information fair. So all proceeds for that will go to our fundraiser as well. So that will be June
Thank you.
19th in the gym at the Merit Center. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a free event for everybody. We have about 25 vendors so far. There'll be 2 educational presenters. There'll be free community breakfast and lunch provided. So. That's about it. But yeah, our courtyard
Will that
is-
be in the, depends how big it gets, probably, will it be in the gym or will it be in your activity
It'll be in the gym.
Yes, in the
in the
gym.
gym?
Mhm.
I think we have 22 vendors signed up.
Yeah, 25 now.
Wow,
25
that's,
now.
that's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Rachel's been awesome helping us out with that.
Well, I have to say that night in Tuscany, I mean, you guys worked your butts off, cause I know you did all the cooking and all the setting up. It's like,
Yeah.
that was nice. And then you had the band there and everything.
Yeah, thank you.
So that was an
It all
excellent
came,
evening.
thank you. It all came together.
Good
really
job.
well. Thanks.
So.
That'll be the last event that we cook for.
I don't blame you. That was a
That was one and
huge
done.
undertaking. One and
Yeah.
done.
One and done, yep. I'll do anything once, but that's it.
Well, the courtyard, I guess, take 2 minutes and talk about the courtyard.
So it's, our fundraiser is called the Brown Fawcett Myers Memorial Courtyard and Gardens. It's going to be a completely ADA compliant outdoor space for our seniors in Adams County, open from 8 to 4 p.m. And then from after that, it'll be open to the public. We're gonna have a double shuffleboard. We'll have wheelchair accessible planters. Plenty of seating. We have a pergola, a pavilion, so there'll be shady spots too. And the whole goal is just for everybody to have access to an outdoor space, especially in rural communities. That's kind of hard to come by. So that's our goal. That's what we've been working towards. So
Well, and directly adjacent to the activity room that you've already got,
Yes.
that you just are filled with activities on a regular basis.
Yep.
And then now you'll have the courtyard out there that just expands that
Yep.
that
So we're
area,
hoping
yeah.
with the courtyard too, we'll have more events and weekly programs out there as well, so.
Probably even in addition to grants, you'd accept donations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stan, whatever you need, I mean.
Very good.
All right,
Ladies, anything else for us?
that's it.
That's all.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much for coming in and keeping us up to date on all the good work you're doing.
Sounds like we'll see you next week.
Well, you guys really don't need to come back.
That's what I was gonna say.
We'll cover this and get it to you.
Yeah.
Unless you really want to.
You
I'm
know,
gonna say you don't really have to because we'll just get them approved and I can get them to you.
that's.
You want to just.
Mark, did I see Mark come in? Mark, come on up.
Oh, do you want these back? All right.
Hey, Mark.
How we doing today?
Well,
Lots of
all right.
subdivisions today to
Got
look
one
at.
item I'd like to touch base with you on.
Uh-oh.
Mike left those. He said he signed them all.
Yeah, I was looking for him. I don't know why he left him down here.
Well, I figured, he probably figured they'd end up down here anyway.
You have three of them. One hundred south, one hundred east.
Announce what subdivision we're.
So we have
considering
a
here.
new subdivision, John JL and Sam JL Swartz subdivision. They're taking a single lot that is landlocked, but
Get
they
your
figured
paper
that
up here,
out.
mark that by Section 8.
And then, yeah, got it that way. So they have taken, as you can see, this is a straight line and no longer is it a straight line because they exchanged 2 acres for 2 acres. So they could get access coming along the south side of this waterway and then along this line and get to these two.
Okay, what's the location of this?
100 south, 100 east,
There's south, 100 east. Okay.
in between 124 and 100 south, basically in the middle. So
And this went through your design committee and.
Yes, it's got obviously more than 2 acres. It does have the access points.
Is that access property or just easement?
Easement.
Okay, it met all the requirements of, the subdivisions that's allowed and partials and all of that, right, Mark?
Yep.
Is that a motion, Doug?
Yeah, well, if it's met all the requirements, we have no reason not to approve it, so I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay. Approved.
Even in your district.
Number 2, Strayer subdivision section 1. There's 2 sections for this. So there's 2 3-lot subdivisions. 3 south, close to 650 east. And this is the west half of these 2 pieces. These are 2 separate pieces today, or before they did this. And they have given this person that was not a part of it a little more ground. And then what's left turned into 3-lot subdivision.
We're just talking about right here,
Yes, we're just talking about right here.
section 1.
And it's met all of the
Yeah, it's all got,
requirements of,
road frontage on these first 2. And then you've got the easement to get you all the way back to lot 3. So it's got road frontage, it's got more than 2 acres, which is pretty much all it is.
Need a motion, guys.
Very good. Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion by Stan, seconded by Doug. Motion to approve the Stairs subdivision, section 1. We have a section 2.
Yes. Section 2 of the Strayer subdivision. Is this, same place, just this is the section we're talking about here. And 3 lots. Lot 2 wanted some of the woods, so that's why it comes down and picks up just a little bit of this woods right here. And other than that, it's road frontage right on 300.
Okay.
Access is simple.
So move.
Second. Passes. Stairs subdivision, section 2.
That's all I got.
Mark, if you can think to bring 2 of those, the little pictures down, I'll put one of them up on the screen from here forward, and then people that are watching the video can see what you're looking at also.
Interested in the building between the restaurant and the hardware in Geneva being condemned. She said she was meeting on news too.
Oh, well, the town, it's the hub building.
Yeah.
Town doesn't have the money to do what needs done, so they kind of put it on.
Okay.
I tried,
Call her and
I
tell her.
tried.
Okay.
Anything else for Mark?
Are you still looking at adding somebody to help you?
Just got last week Shannon sent me a job description. So we're just now to that point. We haven't sat down yet and talked about it. Yes, is the answer to that question.
So that'll be reflected when we do the budget this summer. Very good.
What, just for the sake of the audience, we have a job description that Shannon's putting together for help in the plan commission office. And so at this point in time, it's just a job description that's being developed. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky because it's the primary job won't be anything to do with the plan commission. It's taken away the nuisance ordinance, because that's being handled by either sheriff's department or health department, and it's kind of just gets lost. So this person would be head of that section of stuff. And then secondarily, if I'm running around too much and need somebody to help me do an inspection, this person could then help. So.
Thanks, Mark.
Good deal. Thank you. Okay. Next on the agenda would have been a presentation on the vision plan, as some of you in the room have been working on. We've been working for almost 2 years now to get a vision plan pulled together that would be a forward-looking document that would help us as we go forward with various plans and entities over the next foreseeable future, 10, 15, 20 years. Unfortunately, our presenter emailed me or texted me this morning and said that she is ill. And so we are not going to have that presentation today. My apologies for those of you that showed up this morning expecting to see that presentation. Many of my steering committee members I know are out here in the audience. Thank you so much for the work that you did. But we're going to kick that can down the road to next week. So my apologies. I don't at all feel adequate to make that presentation myself, and she just texted me this morning and said that she is under the weather. So my apologies. We'll get that at a future meeting. And again, I'll send out those invitations to the steering committee to make sure that if you're available, we'd love to have you in the audience. Steering committee kind of fluctuated a little bit throughout the project, but we worked for 2 years, meeting pretty regularly, and along with assessing county input. We were at many festivals and fairs throughout the county, trying to gather input. We did a paper survey input, online survey. We had almost 1,000 respondents that gave us their thoughts on the vision for Adams County for the next few decades. So we'll look forward to seeing that, but it's not going to happen today. Again, my apologies. Greg, you just missed my spiel. Our vision plan presentation got canceled because of an illness of our presenter. So put your coat back on. See you later.
Okay, Greg, there is one thing I want to ask Steve.
Enjoy the roundabout.
Steve, we had a plan commission meeting last Thursday, and the topic came up, the Adams County Vision Plan and how it might relate to the county land, the comprehensive county land
plan.
use.
Yep.
And that's maybe something that she needs to present to us. I don't know, or do you have any comments on that?
My vision has always been that this is a little bit more of a broader kind of an aspirational kind of vision. Obviously, the comprehensive land use plan is very specific and very meets a lot of state code requirements. So it's a lot more structured. The land use plan, I believe, is a lot more structured. I think it's a great question we can ask Rachel whenever she presents, because she's worked in both of those areas with a comprehensive land use plan and a vision plan. But the vision plan is just, I think, more aspirational than it is
Well,
prescriptive.
when we discussed that at our meeting, the legal counsel and I both agreed that the vision plan might be kind of a roadmap for the county.
I think it could be helpful as you look at the comprehensive land use plan to keep that vision plan in mind.
Right. Okay, thanks.
I know some of you came specifically thinking about that vision plan. Thoughts? I know you don't have anything to talk about right now, but again, I appreciate you coming. It's been a labor of love from mine, particularly something that I thought we would be helpful if we just had a vision. If we could somehow get 35,000 residents to all participate in crafting a vision for Adams County, wouldn't that be great? Well, we didn't get 35,000, but we got a lot of input and a lot of thoughts on what you all want to see for Adams County for the future. And we're going to see that kind of the results of that survey in this vision plan. I apologize for it not being today. So, moving on, we have the Justice Center update is the next kind of a placeholder here. And I know we talked last week pretty extensively about Justice Center thoughts and options, where we're going to go with that. We asked Elevatus to come back with a cost proposal to present another option to us. That option, if you were around or if you listened to the meeting, that option was to move Superior Court from its current location and locate it onto the first floor of the historic courthouse. The option that we asked Dave and his team to consider then would have been to create a new building across 3rd Street that would house the clerk's office, the probation department, who are currently in the first floor of the courthouse, clerk's office and prosecutor's office, the probation department, which is currently in the old library, along with Superior Court, and community corrections into a building that would be built on the other side of 3rd Street. So that's what we sent Dave out of here with, that kind of that mission, if I'm stating it correctly. This morning, he did give us a proposal just for the cost to prepare that analysis, which would be a structural assessment of the historic courthouse, what could be done in there structurally to accommodate this idea, what it would look like from a cost perspective then, and to do the space planning for the 4 and potentially 5 departments that would be located in a new building that would be built across Third Street. So when I look at that proposal, his proposal to do that work, which would include the cost to have the structural engineer assess the courthouse, the cost to have Elevatus prepare the architectural study to design the work in the courthouse and design the work in the new building, and for Garmong Engineering or Garmong Construction to do a cost estimate of all that. The proposal that I just received this morning, or that we all just received this morning, to do that was, if I missed it, 25,500 is in my head.
I thought it was 22 something.
$25,500 to prepare that study. So
Okay, then, Steve,
thoughts on that?
okay. I didn't get a chance to see it. It just came in. Okay, but,
Hot off the press.
yeah. So, okay, does the proposal, I mentioned last week that I'm not objecting to look at this option. If the courthouse can be structurally sound, ACHV, electrical, heating and plumbing, the whole 9 yards for at least the next 25 years, understanding that there will be yearly expenses to keep the courthouse functional. But I would like to see if the study does involve that entire building and 25 years of use, I would want to make sure that's in the proposal.
Let me quote it, because I think the answer is yes. It says, the analysis requires that we engage an MEP engineer to understand the existing mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire protection systems in order to upgrade them to new systems. So I think the answer is yes.
Okay, thank you.
And a structural analysis of the courthouse. So the structural analysis for the public is to understand where the load-bearing walls are, if they can be moved, if they can, what the options are with changing the structure of the historic courthouse around without having the building collapse. We don't want that.
Yeah, and Elevators has done exactly what we've asked them to do. The question is, I guess we're going to have to approve the quote for this work.
For the work to be done.
And
We would have to look in your budget to see if there's enough, because if there's not, it will require an additional, would be the council.
right. But can we approve the study at this point in time to expedite the whole process of taking a look at this option?
What I would ask is if we would approve this proposal, allow me to work with Tony and try and find out where we can fund it from.
Because the line we were taking it out of there's none in there.
Okay. Well,
So you can't really, you can't really approve it in the hopes and dreams that the council will approve the additional, because you
Right.
don't know what they'll do. So you can approve it contingent upon Steve and I looking to see if we can find a place in your budget, because if it's out of your budget and you have enough in a line, it doesn't have to be an additional, you can pay for it.
okay, well, if we're gonna look at this option, we don't really have a choice but to make a motion for them to go forward with this possibility, contingent, of course, budget-wise, contingent upon what Steve and Tony can find, and then if necessary, council's approval. So I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, with that being said,
Passes.
the bottom line on any project is gonna come down to cost. And that's in Consul's field, but we still have to be mindful of what the citizens in Adams County can afford. So the motion's made. You second, Tony, or Sam? Okay, Steve, there it is.
We're passed.
Okay, thank you.
That's really all I am aware of as far as an update from my perspective. Stan or Doug, anything else from your perspective on the Justice Center update?
I don't.
Not necessarily. I think we need to qualify this once again. There's still a lot of questions as to why we're doing what we're doing. And the bottom line is the county judicial system lays squarely in our laps as far as county government. And it's up to us to solve the issues that are there. And so that's why this project started, for the safety and efficiency and of course cost too. And so, you know, those are the three priorities in my mind, for all those involved. So I think up till now, this has got huge potential to solve the issues that we've got in front of us at hopefully a good spot. So I'm anxious to see what they come back with, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what the results of this study are. So I think it's, in the end, I know it's another study, and sometimes we get criticized for spending money on more studies. But I think when you're looking at a potential of a $20 million project, I think that's reasonable to study it, like Doug says, in its entirety before we move ahead with a project like this. So hopefully we come back with good results, and hopefully we can solve the issues at hand for a good price.
Steve, if you and Tony can find the money, is there a time frame that they'd be coming back
Yes,
with?
there is. They did give us, they thought, 6 weeks from the time this proposal is approved.
How much was that paid in?
25.5.
25 weeks.
6 weeks. So today is the
I'll
21.
know today. Maybe before the end of the meeting.
Talking first meeting in June.
Good deal. Very good.
Somebody make sure. that
Okay.
We do this.
Um,
Dave sends the invoice.
County Attorney, what have you got for us,
Oh.
Clayton?
Not
Right,
to-
I don't have
because
anything
we're-
to present today. I'll have plenty to present next week.
Okay. Nothing from the county attorney. Shannon, what have you got for us this morning?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Nothing from Shannon. Anything from the public? Appreciate y'all coming. I'm not exactly sure what you wanted to hear today, but if it was the vision plan, again, my apologies. Doggone it. I hate that. I hate wasting your time.
Kind of beyond your control, though.
Yeah, but my apologies again.
Could that be next week, Steve, or?
I hope it's next week.
Okay.
Yes, I hope it's next week.
That's okay.
That would be my hope. Guys, anything else for the good of the cause?
I'm good.
I don't know, speaking of Shannon, I don't know if you wanted to discuss that department as far as any thoughts that we had on changes.
Sure.
So we have discussed the potential of I don't know what the right word is, to making human resources an actual department. And then that would give that department, that would make that an appointed position. And that would give that department head more autonomy and
Have its own budget versus being part of our
control
budget.
over its own budget. And I feel like that department deserves that autonomy and that, because it's proven itself to really be a benefit to our employees, a benefit to us as employers, and a benefit to our attorneys as far as taking, some of the protecting us as far as legally. And so I think it deserves that action. So, you know, at some point, if we can work on that, and I know, we've had that discussion a little bit with Clayton in the past, and so. How do you guys feel about that, or how do you see that?
Well, I agree with you. I think also not only study the position, but also study the compensation.
Okay.
I agree. And I'm not sure what the next step would be as far as, obviously from a funding perspective, that has to go to council, but I assume that's within our control to set up that department and move forward with that, but
If you looked at the statute involving that, Clayton, is there any?
maybe that's what we asked Clayton to do, is figure out what our next step is to make that
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, I mean, and Shannon, I'm gonna ask her to send me some supporting documents so that I can come to you all with, I mean, a description as to what that department is, and then I'll come with you with the statutory language and any statutory steps you need to take as well.
She probably
Okay,
knows
that
other
sounds-
counties that have.
sounds like a
this
plan.
as well.
Good.
Yeah, and I'll get that as well, just to reach out.
Tony, how does that look from your standpoint as auditor?
Well, there are other counties, I think, that do this, that I can talk to about, you know, how that works there. Like, would that department still be under the commissioners?
Well, its department head would still report to us
So
like
that
all the other,
department-
like other appointed
Okay.
department heads, I would think.
So I would think it's just whatever Clayton comes up statutorily that is necessary. And Shannon's probably already been working with other counties that have this.
Right.
So between the two of them, working out. all of
Kim, my
legal-
apologies.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
I'll bring you guys a roadmap next week.
Good deal. Very good.
The only other thing just to think about, and I'm not asking for action, but, you know, we have approved a job description for an owner's rep, when this becomes a project. And council has approved funding for that owner's rep. So kind of in our mind, I guess I'd like to think about when we want to pull the trigger on that.
Gotta have a project first.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. I think that's, keep that in mind. Agreed. Anything else, guys? If not, I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
second.
We're adjourned.
Wait a minute, Ed's got something.
Ed,
I have a concern.
you gotta speak up when I ask the public, Ed. You're the public, right?
Can we rescind that? You want this on public, Ed?
So quiet.
Whatever you wanna do, you know.
Well, you're here. I rescind the motion. You rescind the second, Stan?
This innkeeper's tax.
Okay.
Where are we starting at to draw $75,000-$80,000 a year? Is them people that are gonna run that, are they 4-H leaders, or you gotta compensate them? Cause you aren't gonna pay too many people on your $75,000 or $80,000 a year according to the paper, that income or that tax payment. And is that tax on top of the sales tax, or is the sales tax on top of this 5% tax when they draw it? Who's gonna follow this trail to check to see that they're turning it in? That's my question.
They being the
Well, you
innkeepers.
guys have got, according to the paper, you already got picked who you're gonna have on your council, somebody, you know.
We
The
have
names
not.
in the paper are.
We have not yet.
Well, there's names in the paper.
I understand that. Sometimes the
But I
paper
mean,
gets it
who's gonna
wrong.
Follow that.
Where'd they come
Are you
from?
guys gonna take a day off and go check them books and see? How did you find out that that's what we draw? How'd you already, somebody's already got their nose in their books when you know they draw that, we draw that much money.
Ed, what's your beef?
I got no beef. I wanna know why we're starting that when we look for peanuts on the sidewalk and let dollar bills lay. We're worried about paying $25,000 for just an order for this deal here, but yet we're gonna try and get nickels and pennies off the street
Ed,
of
Ed,
the travelers.
the whole thing, we appreciate your comments, but the whole thing is a council thing. It's not commissioners.
Council and commission both acted according to the paper. But you don't-
We are in charge of,
You don't believe everything. you read.
we're in charge of putting together, what's it called? The committee, the board?
Yeah, it's a
Commission.
There's
Yeah.
a commission.
commission. There's a commission that's put together, just like our other commissions, and they'll kind of manage the distribution of these funds, understanding that the intent of the innkeeper's tax is to free up dollars to promote tourism throughout the county. The tax would be paid by visitors coming into the county and staying in hotels or Airbnbs or whatever, and a 5% assessment on their hotel bill. And then that money would be managed by the commission that is appointed by the commissioners. So you're heading down the right direction, but understanding that there's already a tourism director that is appointed. We're not hiring anybody. This is not a hiring type of thing. We're not hiring anybody. There's already an individual that is responsible for tourism in the county. And so she, along with this commission, would use the dollars to promote tourism throughout the county. That's kind of that's a short version of it, but,
I kind of agree with you, Ed. I think this is gonna represent some real challenges. Number one, the reporting from innkeepers, from VRBO owners, from motel owners is gonna be voluntary. And so we're gonna depend on a voluntary reporting.
Yes.
And then when that gets reported, then of course there'll have to be a collection. Well, where does the collection go? And then if the collection goes into a fund that's overseen by this committee, how does the committee decide what to do with it? And it just, then how does it spend? It just represents some real questions that in my mind are just real foggy yet. So I'm kind of like you. I don't have a warm fuzzy feeling about this innkeeper's tax and the commission that we would have to appoint.
Well, the Coliseum started at 25-cent tax when they built that Coliseum. Now it costs you what, $10 or $12 to park there. It used to be a quarter. You know, and just in this 5% tax is what they're proposing. What year? Was it 2 years from now? We go to 7, then we go to
I think
10?
5% is the max it can be. I don't think you can go any higher by statute.
5 is the max.
I believe 5 is the max.
That's the only thing I got on. That's what I was wondering about. Why do we start something when we can't tax, you can't
Well,
follow?
and then who all does it apply to? If you're renting out a room over your garage, does it apply to that? Does it apply to the Matador Inn?
Any stays under 30 days, I think is what we're not plowing new ground here, Ed. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the vast majority of counties throughout the state have already done this. They're already doing it. Wells County does it, Jay County does it, Allen County does it. It's
That
not,
doesn't mean you have to follow their
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And in speaking with the mayor of Columbia City, that was one of the problems that they had, was when they enacted this tax, was reporting and collection, because they had a difficult time, with that part of it, so.
Doug's right, it is a council
The
decision.
council, the county council is the only authority that can implement any tax. And they had that discussion, what was it, last week?
They
Yeah.
did, but unfortunately, I think it's gonna come back to county council again next month for kind of a reapproval.
The proper, notice.
Might be a good time to show up, Ed, the second Tuesday next
Next
month.
county council meeting.
Second Tuesday, 8:30.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, seriously, that would be a good time your concerns are valid.
But I would be careful with the generalization that all the commissioners support this.
So, are we adjourned or are we not adjourned?
Go ahead.
Well, I'll make a motion again that we
Make a
adjourn.
motion
Oh, wait a minute, wait, we got one more,
We
okay.
had a petition Thursday to rezone a property. I'm just wondering if that was already covered today.
It was not.
It passed the committee Thursday.
What's the name?
How-
Okay, and what was your question, Matt?
If
I have a
if the
petition to
rezoning
rezone.
came.
Oh, yeah, Matt, no, okay, the procedure for that is this, Matt. The county, the plan commission made a positive recommendation of what you were requesting. Okay, Mark Quinn will be on the agenda sometime. He wasn't on the
I
agenda
would
this
assume
morning.
maybe next commissioners meeting,
Maybe get,
probably didn't get it.
Be aware of that, so I'll take off work to come.
okay, call the auditor's office and find out what's on the agenda next Tuesday.
Or call Mark Wynn's office.
Yeah.
They'll tell you.
Find out when he's gonna bring it
Right.
to us. He didn't bring it to us today.
He didn't bring it to us today. Sorry about that.
Turnaround.
I'm
You
not
know,
sure why. whether-
Tony, the agenda's published every week, right? So
It was not on this agenda.
it was not on this
We're gonna
agenda.
find that out on the website.
It's on the website.
Yeah,
And
It's
the
in
building and
papers.
planning department would, the building and planning department would put it on the, give it to us to put on the agenda.
Right.
If you call up there and talk to Megan,
Yeah.
I mean, Megan
I
knows.
tried calling yesterday, but she wasn't in. so-
Oh.
okay, well, call and find out what the time frame is for him up there.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
Yeah, I was gonna go there.
Just walk
after this.
yeah, there you go.
7245305.
Okay, anything else? Is there anything else? Okay, I move we adjourn.
Okay, are we sure?
I made it 3 times. This is the final.
Okay, we're adjourned.